What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning back in. And today we're going to be reviewing a new Puma drop in the Puma All Pro Nitro.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, run it.
So I'm here to tell some of you guys, if you don't know, Scoot Henderson is signed with Puma, but this isn't Scoot Henderson's first signature shoe. This is a PE colorway of his. Starting us off, we talk about the sizing and the price, and the sizing I can recommend you guys go to true size. If you guys are a wide foot, I would tell you guys go up half a size. Because if you look at the build for this shoe, it is built more for standard foot type of people. So that's what I'm telling you guys. If you have a wider foot, go up half a size. If you have regular feet, go true to size, and you guys do get a good amount of toe room as well. And the pricing for the All Pros is going to be $130. Moving on to the style of the All Pros, and I'm going to give these an 8 out of 10. Like I told you guys earlier, this is a Scoot Henderson PE colorway, and what this represents is his long nights inside the gym, as well as his 24-hour diner that he always went to as a kid. That's why you guys see the neon hints and the neon colors that are inside the shoe. Also on the back of the heel hood, I don't know if you guys can see that, but they have a quote by Scoot Henderson. It says ODD, and what that stands for is overly determined to dominate. And you can never go wrong with a shoe that has colorway that has a little bit of personal traits to the NBA player or whoever decided to design the shoe. So I think that's pretty nice, pretty clean, and like I said, it's a solid look. Up next, we have my favorite category, which is the cushion, and I'm going to give these an 8 out of 10. Inside the shoe, they use a Nitro foam, but it's a little bit different than the original Nitro foam. It's called Nitro SQD, and what this feels like on foot, it feels really good against impact force protection. I'm not going to say it feels bouncy, because when I was playing with it, it didn't really feel like too much bounce or anything like that, but with it shining, like I told you guys earlier, is impact force protection upon landing and jumping off of the ground. So if you like a shoe with that type of cushion setup, then I can tell you guys you can try this. Also, if you guys look at how I'm pressing it in here, it is very soft. It's really nice and really soft. So that's what I said. It is a solid cushion setup, good against impact force protection upon jumping and landing. Maybe you get a little bit of bounce, but I didn't really feel too much bounce. But other than that, it is a solid shoe, a solid cushion setup. Moving on to the support, and I'm going to give these an 8 out of 10. Inside the shoe, there's a good amount of padding around the ankle bone and Achilles heel, as well as inside the tongue. And I will tell you guys, it's a low top shoe, so if you like low tops, it's definitely something you might want to look out for. And I also tell you guys that you don't have to break this shoe in. There's a good amount of shoes that you might have to, but this isn't that. As soon as I put it on my foot, I went out and hooped. Literally, I went out and hooped inside of them, so you don't have to break them in at all. And it does hug around that ankle very, very nicely, so that's why I said I give this an 8 out of 10. Last on the list, we have the traction, and I'm going to give these a 7.5 out of 10. Already, as you guys can see, this is a translucent outsole, and you guys already know how I feel about that. Translucent outsoles can be a hit or a miss. But I can say these are a hit because they do squeak like crazy. These fight off dust pretty well. They have a good grip, good bite. And the reason why I had to give these a 7.5 is because if there's any form of sweat or liquid on the court, these shoes are going to be sliding out. And that's the reason why I couldn't play 5s in these, because I was at the gym earlier recording and I, offered to play 5v5. I had other shoes with me, but I couldn't play 5s in these shoes because LA Fitness, sometimes the AC don't work or whatever the case may be. And mans was sweating, and any type of sweat on these, I'm telling y'all, you're going to be sliding out. You're not going to be able to feel confident while playing, making cuts, lateral movements, step backs, whatever it is, however your game is, you're not gonna feel confident. And so for that reason, I couldn't play in it. Now I can't hold it against it. I'm not gonna say not often does somebody sweat. Not often does sweat and liquid and stuff like that get on the court as much. But for a shoe that can't really fight against it, you do have to penalize it, but I can't penalize that much. So that's why I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. It does hold up well. Like I said, you guys heard the squeaking, the grip, the bite, it does hold up. But if there's any liquid on there, I'm telling y'all, it's not going to be a good day. So it's going to be around that 7.5, however you guys want to put that. Also, I wouldn't recommend that you guys hoop with this outside, because I don't think the translucent outsole is going to hold up. It's going to become very dirty, and then you're just going to be sliding everywhere. So ending it off, we have the ranking of the Puma All City Pro Nitro, and I'm going to give these a B rank. If the traction pattern could hold out against the sweat, it would have been a lot higher, I promise y'all. But the LeBron 20 hold out, the Leanings, the Jaws, the KDs, there's a few other shoes that hold out against sweat. But since that couldn't do it, I couldn't put it as high as I would have liked to. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and suffice it being at a B. Now the support is solid. Like I said, you guys don't have to break the shoe in. You have a good amount of padding around the ankle bone and Achilles heel, as well as inside the tongue, and it does hug around that ankle. Colorway of the All Pros, I think, is pretty solid. The cushion setup, like I was telling you guys earlier, the Nitro SQD feels pretty good. You get a really good amount of impact force protection upon landing, and that's really all you want with a cushion setup. You want something that feels good jumping off of the ground and something good upon landing on the ground, and they do just that. But that's gonna do it for today's video. As always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing. Also, if you guys have been following me on Instagram and TikTok, watching my stuff over there, as well as on my shorts, shout out to the community again for liking, taking participation in the voting aspect, and giving me y'all feedback there. I really appreciate the love and support that I've been getting from y'all. That's why we continue to grow every day. So I appreciate y'all, man, so much. But that's gonna be it for me. I don't have anything else to say unless I just keep rambling. I'm gonna have Chauncey send us out, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.
Got anything you want to add to it, Chauncey?
What? That's your end intro?
Yeah, just the end intro.
Thank you for guys watching today's video. See you next in today's video. Bye.